Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you my tank and teach you how to make hamster bedding, which is homemade hamster bedding in there. This is not all the stuff, obviously. Like I said in my previous video, I believe I am going to get a whole bunch of stuff at the end of the month for my hamsters, but this is just the setup I've got so far. I am going to buy some more bedding. But yeah, I have, these are my homemade bedding. I've got my chew toys, that one there, and then that one back there. And then I've got two loo roll things. Three, there they are. And then I also have my hidey house, which is that way, because I don't want it to be that way, because then like he doesn't have any personal space to hide. If he doesn't want to see someone, if he gets nervous, he can go and hide without having to look at me. You know what I mean? And yeah, I thought it might be nicer for him. So yeah, it's a very big hidey house, big enough to fit him in. So yeah, and that saves me buying one. He might chew it up, and if he does chew it up, then in a couple of months I'll just buy a new one, probably. And then yeah, that's the tank. Now I'm going to teach you how to make the bedding that I have in the tank. So, here we go. Let me just try and get a nice angle. So, you will need a whole thing of loo roll, unused obviously. So, there's the loo roll. You can just use the bit in the middle and the end, sort of hidey thing for your hamster or a chew toy. Then the other thing you'll need is half a bowl. Well, not half a bowl, like a quarter bowl. Just put as much water as you think you need in the thing. Don't put a whole bowl full of water in there. See if there is. And yeah, you can use warm water, hot water, cold water. Personally, I don't think it really matters, but warm water is better. I just use warm water usually, and yeah, that's what I think. So what you want to do is put a square at a time of toilet roll in the water. You probably think it's just gonna soak. Yeah, it's meant to soak. Tell you why after I've done it all. Because first I have to put it all in. I'm going to do it as quick as I can because I don't want it to take too long. I just want to show you guys. So you can also shred it up if you want. Maybe put it in a shredder. There's another version with paper, but you have to drain the ink out, so I don't bother to do that. So I just use this because I wanted to make a bit more, so I have enough to just fill it for the first time, and I don't have to open my new thing of bedding when I get it. I don't have to open it straight away, so I've got enough to put in my cage. My cage has nothing at the moment probably, but I want to make it a bit deeper in case he wants to burrow. I'm going to put you on pause. I forgot to say, if you do need to put more water in, you can. I don't, but I'm just telling you guys that you don't have to just leave it. You can definitely put a bit more in, but don't put too much more in because you want it to be quicker drying. You can use a hairdryer, but we'll get to that later on in the video. So yeah, halfway through, I totally recommend you flipping around the ball of like mixture, just so it all gets wet, because some of it, like at the top, might not get wet. And yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, my camera is not pausing. But okay, so I think I'm gonna have to put some more water in because yeah, it's pretty much drained it all up, and you can see there's a bit, but any of us squeeze it. So I need to get some more. We're pretty much halfway done. There's the loo roll. As you can see, it's not as thick as the beginning. So now I have to get the other bowl, because I completely forgot you need 2 bowls for this. So yeah. Okay, I've now put more water in, as you can see. There's more water in there. and it's pretty much soaked it up already. And then I also got another bowl here. We'll use that in a minute. But yeah, so annoyingly we actually have to add more water now. As you can see, it's soaked it all up again. We've got a bit further, nearly there, but yeah. Okay, we're back with some more water, and I think I put a bit too much in, but it'll be fine. Doesn't matter really. But hopefully it'll be okay. We do have a lot to still put in. Not like loads, but we do have a bit. You can't really see that, I'll put it there. So yeah. Okay, now we are on the floor. That looks different. There's the bowl just there. I'm trying to adjust the camera so you can see easier, but it's quite hard because I have a thing that covers it, but there we go. So now your mixture should look quite gloopy, quite gross, you know, like that. Make that squelchy noise. So it should look like that. It's supposed to be wet. You're probably thinking I'm crazy. But most people do think I'm crazy. And now what we're going to do is just tear it apart a bit. Just like get it in our hands, rip it a bit, make sure that it's all completely ripped up. And it should just fall apart anyway because it's wet. And this is what we want to see because this is how we want our bedding to look. Obviously not wet though. So now what you do, you get a handful of bedding. I'm going to try and make it easier for you to see. Wait, let me try and put you on my leg. Does this work? Okay, this works sort of. So if you look there, there's the bowl, there's the other bowl. What you're going to do is get a handful of mixture and just squeeze it. And you're just going to squeeze it in your hand till it's like a ball shape. There it is. And then just squeezing it, getting as much water out as possible because this is near the drying process. I don't keep them in the balls for too long. I put them on my window ledge so they could dry a bit in the sun yesterday, but it's raining today, so there's no point. Plus it's dark outside, so there's no point again there. So there we go. And we got out pretty much as we can there. So we've got one ball. We just put that in our other bowl, and you just carry on. And I'm going to make one more ball so you can see if you didn't quite follow. So you get the mixture. You squeeze. I'm sorry it's quite hard to see, it's just my camera. Goodness sake. But I guess you guys get the gist. There you go. And just squeeze it, get out as much as you can. Then you just plop it in your bowl. So I'm just going to finish doing that and then I'll show you the next part. Okay, I have a little tip for you here. The smaller your ball, so this is quite a nice small ball, this is another one. They don't have to be a perfect round shape, they can be a weird shape. But the smaller your ball, the quicker they dry, so I just thought that would be a cool tip. When you've made lots of these balls of the bedding, and there's still like a bit left in your bowl, just run this through a sieve or a fishnet or whatever you have. And you can get rid of all the water, keep the bedding, and then just squeeze that up in your hand to make the balls. So yeah, and I'm going to do that now because of this. It's like really watery, like diarrhea, but yeah. So I'm going to go sort this out. It looks really gross, but it actually feels really good. So yeah, oh god, yeah. Now once you've done that, what you need is to put all of your balls into a little bowl, and yeah, you just break them apart now. So then it looks like bedding. Some of them might be hard to pull apart. You just have to carry on trying. Just pull them apart. You don't have to pull them apart yet. I just choose to. So yeah. Okay, now when you've done all pulled these apart, all the balls apart. Oh, there's chunks in here still. But once you've done that, you can either get a hairdryer and dry it. That won't dry it completely, but it definitely makes it a lot drier. And you can just leave it to dry, and it might take a couple days to completely dry. But the hairdryer, you can dry it, and then it should be dry in the next day if you leave it overnight. So yeah. So this is actually not much, you'd be surprised, but it's enough for what I need. Because yeah. So yeah. Now what you want to do is just get your hairdryer, just leave it overnight. I'm going to dry it with my hairdryer now. So I just wanted to say, I like using the very hot setting. So I start with the warm, and I just put it up to the hot, and then I also start with the middle setting, and then I go into the highest setting just so I can really dry it. So yeah. Okay guys, my stuff is actually dry now, because I was actually there for probably about an hour drying it. I went warm, hot for ages, and then I put it down to cold and then put it up to warm again, and it is actually dry now. And even if it's a tiny bit damp, it's okay to put in the cage if you don't have a hamster yet like me. It can just like dry out a tiny bit if it is slightly damp. But yeah, so thanks for watching. That's pretty much how you make it, and please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!